Hello, my name is Avery Cunningham, and my choice for the Chicago Classic Series is A Raisin in the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry, which premiered at the Ethel Barrymore Theater in 1959, thus making Miss Hansberry the first black woman to have a play produced on Broadway. It is a story of a black family facing the disappointments and disillusionment of discrimination in 1950s Southside Chicago. I was first introduced to this play via its cinematic adaptation from 1961 starring Sidney Poitier when I was very young. My mother knows this play almost by heart, and she did me the honor of exposing me to it early in my life. Like many readers and viewers of this play, I am sure, Lena Younger, referred to as Mama, is the character that leaves the most lasting impact on me because she reminds me of so many women in my life. She is resolute and loving and hopeful, which may be the most tragic aspect of her character, even down to the way she cares for her struggling plant in the absence of a full garden. As her son struggles with his dissatisfaction with life and her daughter searches for empowerment, she hangs on to her hope like a lifeline and uses it to drag herself and her family out of their despair. I see my mother, my grandmothers, and my great-grandmothers in her. Miss Hansberry is Shakespearean in her writing and her storytelling. Every line is poignant, impactful, and completely belonging to the character. She takes the American dream and forces a reader/audience to view it through the eyes of those who may have nothing but dreams. In this very day and age, when I talk to my friends or family about all of my grand plans, I always have to consider the barriers built up by others and correct accordingly. Places I cannot peacefully live, professions I cannot fully pursue. And yet this play ends with the Youngers boldly going into their happiness, knowing what trials await them there. It teaches us to be proud and to be brave, and to believe that not only do we, especially people of color, have the ability to live in peace, but it is our inalienable right. A Raisin in the Sun represents some of the best of literature and drama, and I am honored to be sharing my experience with you. I'll be reading a short passage from Act 1 when Walter begins to really explain his restlessness to Mama, and she takes some of that restlessness as ingratitude. I chose this passage because I feel like a conversation I might have had with my mother's young woman is reflected in this scene. Young people are always reaching for the next rung up, and to those who raised us, especially if we were raised in adversity, it may seem that eagerness is resentful. That butting of heads between generations is something we're dealing with this very day. And as a woman walking the paths that others died to lay for me, I found this scene particularly resonant. Now, if you'd excuse me, I am reading from my Norton anthology copy, and it is a little bit cumbersome, so please forgive me if I have to stop for a moment or lay the book down. Alrighty. And I will be starting with Mama, who is the first speaking character in this passage. It's dangerous, son. What's dangerous? When a man goes outside his home to look for peace. Then why can't there never be no peace in this house, then? Oh, you done found it in some other house? No, there ain't no woman. Why do women always think there's a woman somewhere when a man gets restless? Mama, I want so many things. Yes, son, I want so many things that they are driving me kind of crazy. Mama, look at me. I'm looking at you. You a good-looking boy. You got a job, a nice wife, a fine boy, and a job. Mama, a job. I open and close car doors all day long. I drive a man around in his limousine and I say, yes, sir, no, sir, very good, sir. Shall I take the drive, sir? Mama, that ain't no kind of job. That ain't nothing at all. Oh, Mama, I don't know if I can make you understand. Understand what, baby? Sometimes it's like I can see my future stretched out in front of me just plain as day. The future, Mama, hanging over there at the very edge of my days, just waiting for me. A big, looming blank space full of nothing, just waiting for me. Mama, sometimes when I'm downtown and I pass some cool, quiet-looking restaurants where them white boys are sitting back and talking about things, sitting there turning deals worth millions of dollars, sometimes I see guys don't look much older than me. Son, how come you talk so much about money? Because it is life, Mama. Oh, so now it's life. Money is life. Once upon a time, freedom used to be life. Now it's money. I guess the world really do change. No, It was always money, Mama. We just didn't know about it. No, something has changed. You something new, boy. In my town, we was worried about not being lynched and getting to the north if we could and how to stay alive and still have a pinch of dignity, too. Now here come you and Benitha, talking about things we ain't never even thought about, hardly, me and your daddy. You ain't satisfied or proud of nothing we done. I mean, that you had a home, that we kept you out of trouble till you was grown, that you don't have to ride to work on the back of nobody's street car. You, my children. But how different we done become. Well, there you go. I thank Chicago Literary Hall of Fame for all they do to honor Chicago writers, past, present, and future, and for giving me this platform. If you haven't already, please take the time to pick up a copy of A Raisin in the Sun from your local library. Also, please consider watching the 1961 film, where an ensemble cast gives an iconic performance. Even if you have experienced it already, now is the time to experience it again. Thank you for your time.